Everybody wants to face each other. So is that where we're at right now with Canelo Crawford?
No. Crawford needs the money.
Crawford needs the money?
No, how can you convince fans that he can beat Canelo?
I ain't trying to convince y'all that he can beat Canelo. He's a good fighter.
For me, all those doubters, at the end of the day, and it's like, crying when they get
Gervonta Davis predicts that Canelo Álvarez will humiliate Terence Crawford when the two finally share the ring. He argues that Crawford is not untouchable, reminding fans that even Yuri Ortiz Gamboa managed to hurt him in their fight. For Davis, this proves that Canelo's size and power will be far too overwhelming. He believes Crawford's past vulnerability will resurface against a stronger and more dangerous opponent like Álvarez.
No, how can you convince fans that he can beat Canelo?
I ain't trying to convince y'all that he can beat Canelo. He's a good fighter. But, bro, I would say smaller fighters are always better than bigger fighters because they're smaller, they know how to move and stuff like that. This guy is great at winning too. And another thing, bro.
Terence Crawford has built his entire career on silencing doubters, already undisputed at both lightweight and welterweight. He has now set his sights on the monumental challenge of facing Canelo Álvarez. At super middleweight, despite concerns about size and punching power, Crawford insists that his skills will prevail with fiery confidence. He declared that all those who doubt him will go home crying. After fight, Knight underscoring his mental toughness ahead of one of boxing's boldest moves.
All those doubters, at the end of the day, and it's like, they all crying when they get everybody's talking about size, you being smaller fighters, but you look on stage out there sparring these bitches, like that, I'm taking punch. Yeah, every time we so, okay, like, you get in the ring, and they see something different, like each and every time, it's gonna be another excuse. Why the reason why, but in short, you'll be victorious. After that, we don't have to.
Gervonta Davis, one of boxing's brightest stars at lightweight, has been consistent in his views on the Canelo. Crawford's showdown, known for his devastating knockout power, Davis continues to favor Álvarez. He stresses that Canelo's natural size, strength, and big fight experience will overwhelm Crawford, who has never fought at such a high weight. For Davis, Álvarez's proven success across multiple divisions makes him the safer bet even against a fighter as skilled as Crawford.
We got between Canelo and Terence Crawford. Tank is going to pick Canelo to knock Crawford out. We all know Tank had his little run-ins with Bud and things of that nature, to where Bud said he will fight Tank at 147, which is crazy to me, right? Tank ain't going to no damn 147. But nonetheless, Gervonta Tank Davis go ride with Canelo. And, he a smart man. No, he a smart man. Because I think everybody and their mama see that, Canelo Álvarez is too big for Terence Crawford, just like Terence Crawford knew it. But Gervonta Tank Davis always picked Canelo over everybody. Doesn't matter who it is.
When it comes to resume and experience, Canelo Álvarez stands unmatched in modern boxing. From testing himself against Floyd Mayweather early in his career, Álvarez has consistently faced bigger, stronger, and more dangerous opponents. Supporters argue that Crawford, despite his pound-for-pound brilliance, has yet to fight opponents of similar size and caliber. This long history of overcoming size disadvantages further fuels Canelo's confidence as he prepares for another mega fight.
See Crawford knocking Canelo out. If Canelo lets Crawford get away with boxing, he may have a shot. If Canelo comes in there and boxes and clips the ring, Canelo has a chance of knocking Crawford out.
Yeah. You said Canelo got a shot at knocking Crawford out?
I think he does.
Why?
Remember, Crawford coming up for 135. And I don't know if y'all remember when you fought Gamboa. Gamboa rocked him a little bit too.
That
And
was
we
a long
talked about Canelo Álvarez.
That was a long time ago. We gonna do that. Canelo got rocked by Jose Miguel Cotto.
I didn't know that. But on the real, Canelo has faced some bigger opposition. He's faced some bigger and the harder punches. Who has Crawford faced as some big punches? Canelo's taking more hard punches than Crawford. The tail of the tape is going to be if Crawford can take the power from Canelo, and can Canelo box with Crawford and potentially hurt him to finish it.
Analysts caution against relying on old comparisons when evaluating this clash. Canelo Álvarez is not Errol Spence Jr., and Terence Crawford is not Floyd Mayweather. Each fighter brings unique qualities to the table. Canelo offers explosive power upper body movement and one of the best chins in the sport, while Crawford's adaptability and switch hitting ability make him unlike any other. Experts emphasize that this is a fresh, stylistic battle between two extraordinary fighters that cannot be measured by past blueprints.
That's a fact. Part of the line, that's a fact. Great boxing, great skills, high IQ, future Hall of Famer, that is a fact, ladies and gentlemen. You know what else is a fact, ladies and gentlemen? Terence Crawford cannot afford to get hit with these same shots by Saul Canelo Álvarez. Canelo Álvarez is not the mean machine. Canelo Álvarez is not Sean Porter. Canelo Álvarez is not Gamboa, and he's for damn sure not Errol Spence Jr. Just like Terence Crawford is not Floyd Mayweather or Lara. Trying to say that Buzz will do the same thing that Mayweather was able to do. Two different styles, two different type of fighters. Mayweather is a pure boxer. Terence Crawford is not a pure boxer. That does not mean that he can't box. Before y'all try to kill me in the comment section. Yes, he has the ability to do a box. But Terence Crawford is a boxer puncher, ladies and gentlemen. He just aims where he doesn't move like Floyd Mayweather or Lara. He's not on his toes like that. And he also likes to exchange when he gets hurt, and that is to his detriment. If he exchanged with Canelo a little too long, it might be like 12 times. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about this in the comment section.
Canelo Álvarez enters the fight with the clear advantages of experience and natural size. Competing at 168 pounds is routine for him. In contrast, this is new territory for Crawford. Still, Canelo has fought and beaten numerous Hall of Fame level opponents. On the other hand, Crawford is widely regarded as the most technically skilled boxer in the world. Today, his timing, counterpunching, and stance switching make him a nightmare for anyone. Ultimately, this matchup pits size and experience against skill and adaptability, with odds makers watching closely.
Boxing odd makers have Canelo versus Crawford Gillette close. Now, obviously, Canelo has size advantage. He's 3 weight divisions heavier than Crawford. And most people believe that Crawford carries the skill advantage, being an overall more skilled fighter. Neither guy is known for tremendous defense, but it's still solid. And of course, they're both chiseled into the Mount Rushmore pugilism for their ironclad wills. The one area that people say Canelo might have the advantage is in experience fighting heavier dudes. Now, obviously, all fighters spar out of their weight classes. But when it comes to actually fighting in the pro ranks, with those 10-ounce gloves, Canelo's the only one between the two of them that has a multitude of experience fighting super middleweights and light heavyweights in the pro ranks. So does this slight advantage give Canelo the nod and make him a bit of a favorite? Or Crawford gonna prove that size doesn't matter and it's skills that pay the bills? What do you guys think? Tell me the comments.
Veteran trainer Abel Sanchez has voiced strong doubts about Crawford's move to super middleweight. According to Sanchez, Crawford has never competed at such a size and weight, making the risk enormous. He stressed that moving up too quickly can expose even the most skilled fighters to disadvantages. That talent alone cannot erase. Sanchez highlighted Dimitri Bivol's victory over Canelo as an example, pointing out that Bivol, a natural light heavyweight, still had performed at his absolute best to win. His message was clear. If a bigger, stronger fighter like Bivol had to fight perfectly to succeed, Crawford's challenge is an even greater uphill climb.
Be a first ballot Hall of Famer. I just think that moving up in weight without having fights to merit that, I think it's the wrong move. But he couldn't handle a 154-pounder the way that he was handling everybody else before, and Madrimov is not Canelo. Canelo's been used to fighting all the bigger guys and has done very well with the bigger guys. Nobody's hurt him. I mean, he's fought the biggest fight. He fought Gennady. Come on, he fought Gennady twice, really the good fights. And then Bivol couldn't. Bivol hit him with everything and couldn't hurt him. So how's Terence gonna do that? I don't think he can. I see Canelo going away maybe in a 16-12, 17-13 kind of fight. the first 3 or 4 rounds will be difficult for Canelo, or a little harder for Canelo because of the speed. But once he, just like when Golovkin fought Kell Brook, the first 3 or 4 rounds, Kell was fast. But Terence is going to expose himself when he throws his punches, and Canelo's going to finally get the timing down, and I think we'll be able to control the fight.
Do you see a version of Canelo now that is slowing down? Though obviously a lot of people might point towards the William School fight, but again, despite how that one played out, people talk about his lack of motivation maybe for a fight like that. But do you see this version of Canelo declining?
No, I think the lack of motivation because of the opponent could have been the reason for that fight. I think these guys at that level, once they get a name, they're looking at a name. It's a different story. They're not only their motivation, but they're waking up earlier in the morning to go run. All those things come into play because they know they have a challenge ahead of them.
One thing with the weight, and again, Buddy spoke to me about this, is he said that he was Terence, he'd come in just over the 160 limit, so he's just inside the 168 limit to try and keep a bit more of that speed instead of just like bulking up. Did you agree with that sentiment, or if he was Terence, would you just bulk up?
Well, let me say this. Like everybody else, I read or I watch some of the writings on the internet. To see that Terence is weighing 186, 190 pounds, I think that's completely.
Respected trainer Robert Garcia also raised concerns about Crawford's preparation. He warned that adding too much weight too fast can diminish a fighter's natural gifts, particularly speed and reflexes, which are the foundation of Crawford's style. Garcia dismissed comparisons to Mayweather, reminding fans that Floyd always stayed within his weight range and fought strategically. He suggested that Crawford's brilliance may not fully translate at super middleweight if the extra weight slows him down or drains his stamina.
With Crawford, I think gaining too much weight and too much muscle might affect him. If they're thinking of surviving and being able to take a punch and being able to go around, then they're trying to maybe go the distance, and they'll be happy with that. But I think Crawford's natural talent, Mayweather had it. You guys were just mentioning it right now. But he doesn't. Mayweather never needed to gain weight, never needed to be heavy to be able to beat those bigger guys. I think Crawford's skills, we give Crawford a chance because we know how good he is, his skills, his speed, his combination. But if he's gaining so much weight, he might not be able to do those. He might not be able to have those same skills when it comes to his speed, his footwork, because of the weight. So we'll see. I just hope he's not just training and getting big to survive and go the distance, because maybe that's a win for him. Maybe he's thinking, if I go the distance with him, that's a big win for me. So, I just hope not. I expect Crawford to actually pull up some runs or maybe even pull up the fight. But if he's too heavy or too big, he's going to get hit. He's going to have to exchange punches, and that's where the danger comes in.
Two-time Olympic gold medalist and multi-division champion Claressa Shields has offered a different perspective. She pointed out that boxing legend Shane Mosley believes Canelo will dominate, but respectfully disagreed. Shields leans toward Crawford, citing his skill set and adaptability as the keys to overcome the size gap. As one of the most accomplished female fighters in history, her endorsement carries weight, especially since she has long admired Crawford's technical mastery and mental toughness.
Like all due respect to Shane Mosley, he just said that Terence Crawford was going to get watched by Canelo. I don't think his word is really worth that much.
Do you think she need a year?
No, she needs till January, February. That's the timeline. She needs 6 to 8 months. She said out of her own mouth that she's in shape. She can come back. She told me that I'm too small for her. I'm not skilled enough for her. She punches too hard. And if she comes to get me, I won't be able to keep her off me. So stand on that. Take this $15 million and come get your ass.
Trainer Rob Aosta strongly defended Terence Crawford against speculation about his physical transformation. Some critics suggested that his recent weight gain may not have been natural, but Aosta dismissed such claims outright. He explained that Crawford's physique is a result of discipline, a structured diet, and a grueling training camp. For Aosta, Crawford's career has always been built on hard work, as much as raw talent. Every detail from nutrition to conditioning was carefully monitored. He urged fans to ignore baseless accusations and instead focus on Crawford's hunger for greatness and his willingness to take on new challenges.
Okay. Been hearing a lot about Terence Crawford and Victor Conte.
I've seen that. Yeah.
Are making accusations, people are insinuating that Crawford is indeed doping. And based off of his recent size, and they're not used to Terence Crawford looking this big. Give me some insight into that. Give me some insight into fighters walk around with heat. Criticism of the guy that hasn't tested positive versus the guy in the same fight that tested positive and team that tested positive.
First, I don't think Crawford is taking anything. I don't think he is. I think just size different in what he walks around to what he's been looking lately. That is that's just something that possibly, that's how he walks around. Now, Crawford's physique, he's the type of guy that if he becomes heavy, it shows in his face, it shows in the oblique, but he still got head, he still got definition in his chest. You know what I mean? So he could just possibly just look like that. Now, imagine it's still a decent amount of time. We're still talking about 4 weeks. So I'm curious to see how either wherever he is, the cut goes, or however low he goes, how it gets constructed on the way up.